Man, got around. OG Silverback here. And welcome back to the channel, guys, where I give it to you real and hard and tough and strong. Just like some real steel, I forge your masculinity. You can go anywhere else for the lies, but here I'm going to give you the truth, guys. The truth about what goes on in maximum security prison that most people don't know about, and a lot of people don't want to face, or a lot of people, man, want to act like it doesn't exist, like, you know, they got their head in the sand like an ostrich. But I want to address a few things, man, before I get started. So I don't know if it's because I'm doing low carb, dude. I'm trying to reduce my body fat, man, and to be a lot more healthy, because my girlfriend's her niece died from kidney failure a couple of days ago, man, at 32, man. I made a video about it. And it makes you face your mortality, because if somebody can die at 32, man, or, you know, 42 or 52, heck, I'm 63, man. My days is numbered, man, but I'm trying to live my best life, and I'm trying to help you guys, man, and impact some positivity on your life before I leave this planet and go into the next plane of existence, so I can leave some positive ripples in the universe, right? So anyway, I've been cleaning up my diet. I've been eating mostly like a fish and vegetables and the salad, dude. I cut out the pastas and the rice and the potatoes and stuff, dude. And it takes a toll on your energy. I don't know if I have to get used to it or whatever it is, but, you know, I've done it before when I was competing, so now I'm just trying to get leaned up before I hit these next few countries, before I head back to dig in and take care of my mom, her final needs, and then I'm debating on whether I'm going to go back to Vegas to shoot some movies. I got a couple movie offers from some, I'm not going to say big time producers, but they got a budget. So just so you guys know about movies, a producer is the person who invests the money into the movie. So, you know, whether they invest 10 million, 20, 50 million, 100 million, this is how Hollywood determines if a movie is a bust or a success. If it doubles the amount of money invested, it's a good investment. But if it breaks even, of course, it's a bust, dude. Or if it makes less than that, wow, it's bad. So these individuals that I know personally, they've come up big time since I've been gone, making a lot of movies with people like 50 Cent and Keanu Reeves and Mel Gibson, to name a few. Some other guys, the guy that played the Punisher, the last Punisher in the prison series, I forget his name, but anyway, I got a problem remembering actors' names because they're just people. So it just depends on how my mom's health is, but I'm thinking about going to Vegas to make some quick money so that I can have more money to help her. Just depends on how she looks like when I see her in person. But anyway, I want to get into the topic of today's video, man, which is going to be really mind-altering and shift a lot of you guys' thoughts, because I've noticed lately 90% of the guys now on my channel, man, are very positive subscribers. You mess with your boy, you got positive comments, dude, and even if you disagree with me, you do it in a respectful way, showing that you respect that I'm a man and you're a man, so we're going to just come at each other in a respectable way. But I still got 10% of you mofos, is like 5% of you is haters. And I understand, I've never been a hater, but I understand the psychology because I studied criminal psychology, female psychology, developmental psychology, and sociology and anthropology. So I understand a hater, you just been dealt a bad hand, dude, and you're frustrated about your life, so you want to lash out at people because you don't know any other way. It's like crabs in a barrel. Whereas a troll, you's a soft, spineless, dickless motherfucker, man. You's a woman trapped in a man's body, and you's a bitch. And so you come on to people's channels just thinking you can say any kind of comments because you're a keyboard warrior and a cell soldier. Well, this video is specifically for them, guys. So anybody on here, my valued subscribers, you know, my silver foxes from 80 down to 60, my OGs from 59 down to 40. You know, my dudes in the the mid of their life, dude, from 39 down to 30. and the guys in the prime of your life, man, from 29 to 20, just sit back, get some popcorn, relax, because I'm a server to these trolls, real and raw and savage. So without further ado, guys, let me give you the topic of today's video, which is, in maximum security prison, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man-love spot to show you you're not. And I want to point something out, because you got a couple guys coming on here talking about, oh man, this old dude showing weapons and everything, swinging around like he tough, he think he tough. You know, this motherfucker ain't tough and you soft and all this. Your tattoos ain't even from prison and all this shit. Let me put it to you like this, guys. I want to, and this is what's called a rhetorical question. I want to ask you square dudes, you tax-paying dudes, and you dudes, middle-class, hard-working dudes, the backbone of America. I want to ask you one rhetorical question. If in my infinite wisdom, dude, I can go online and I can get visas and passports to different countries that are deemed dangerous by the United States of America, because you travel, before you travel, you're supposed to go to the Department of Immigration and look and see if it's a red alert country, yellow alert, or green. So I want to ask you guys this question. And me at 63, dude, if I can go to Brazil, dude, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, Africa, Southeast Asia, China, and I can walk the streets and take public transportation by myself, man, I can figure out, man, how to get the immigration myself, to extend my visa, how to go to the market myself, how to find out how to go to the mall myself, how to find martial arts masters myself. Would you label that as tough, or what would you label it? I know one thing for sure, you can't label it with cowardice, because one thing I know, cowards travel in packs like hyenas, man. Do you know what it's like? And this is a rhetorical question. Do you know what it's like to get your passport and your visa and your necessary inoculations and to go to the airport by yourself when there's families there, couples there, friends there, group trips, tourism there, and you by yourself, dude? And you handle your business, you go to your different gates, you go through, customs, immigration, dude. And then you get to your hotel, you don't know nobody, dude, and you have to figure out strategically, whether you do Google Maps or whatever, Google search, hey, where's the closest martial arts place that's offer this martial arts, that martial arts? And you do your research, what weapons can I legally send to this country so that I'm not walking the streets like a sitting duck because I'm by my motherfucking self. So one thing I know for sure, you square dudes, tax-paying citizens, dude, the backbone of America, dude. You cats that believe in this country, dude, and saving your money and traveling. You traveled before. One thing you know for sure, you can't label me a fucking coward or a fucking follower. So am I tough? Let me put it to you this way. Let me see how I define myself. I am well trained and well prepared to defend myself in any situation where another man or group of men look to impose upon me and try to tell me to do some shit that I don't want to do. So how does that relate to the topic of today's video? Let me be at 100% a buck with you guys, as the youngsters say. I met about 20 different YouTubers all over the world, different parts of the country. And it was only one time I met a YouTuber where I took somebody with me, and I want to explain this, guys. Real wolves and savages ride alone in silence, dude. When I went to meet Big Herc, I went down to Los Angeles, dude, and I'm from up north. And so a friend of mine from up north, his name is Casey Lake, he opened up a martial arts gym in Los Angeles. He was dating this Hollywood starlet, dude, and he fell in love with her. He moved down there. He went down there on a bodyguard job, met this lady. Then he decided to just pack up, move down there from up north down there. He opened up his own dojo. I was a single parent, so I just couldn't be going back and forth to LA. So then what happened is when my daughter left, my homie that we all did martial arts together, let's just call him Tommy, He was like, hey man, you going to LA, man? Let me roll with you. We go check on Casey's dojo, get some training. And so it was like a business pleasure trip. That's the only time I ever took somebody to meet another YouTuber. Every other time I went by myself. And 9 times out of 10 out of the 20 YouTubers I met, they always had somebody with them. So I'm just saying, guys, you know what I mean? Every situation is different, but I rolled by myself except the one time, and it was just because my homeboy wanted to roll and meet another homeboy. But when I meet other YouTubers, I'm by myself. Why is this important? If you're really well trained and well prepared, dude, you don't have to walk around, you know, talking loud and saying nothing and drawing attention to yourself. All 20 YouTubers I've met, I don't care if they put it in the comments or not, they all have one thing to say about me. Dang, my man, you way more scary in person than you is on YouTube, because I'm about it. I'm congruent. This is my lifestyle. My girlfriend calls me a modern day warrior, savage, scholar, barbarian, philosopher, king. Why? Let me tell you something. All my rich homies that I made money with when I got out of prison, it was 5 of us. We all became rich. They're multimillionaires now. I'm just some average dude now, because being rich is not it's not that important to me. Once you climb the mountaintop and you see what you have to sacrifice in order to be rich, it's not what you think it is. And everybody's got to make your own decision. I busted my nut. I've been rich once or twice or 3 times, and it wasn't what it, dude, left a bad taste in my mouth. Now I just want to be some regular dude, but all my 5 homies is rich. This is what they all tell me. Hey, dog, you live just like you still in prison, man. Because it's a prison planet, and maybe I'm institutionalized, or maybe I was born and bred for that type of an environment. Well, how does that relate to this video, man? Perfect practice makes perfect execution, meaning this, guys. Every day that I got it, the Lord gives me the strength, Almighty God, Yahweh, Jehovah, Elohim, Allah, Buddha, whatever you want to call it. You guys coming on here correcting me about Jesus Christ, dude. I know, I believe in a Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just saying that there's other different gods, man, and pantheon of gods, bro. I can't just say one God is the true God. I can't. I've read too many books, man. Maybe you should read more. All I'm saying is this, guys. Every day I get up, I practice my martial arts, I stretch, I do my yoga for flexibility and flow. Yoga's for warriors, dude. I get my cardio in, like now I'm starting to walk and jog and run, just depending on how my joints feel, dude. I do a lot of body weight exercises, calisthenics. I get the 5 principles of a warrior lifestyle, which is flexibility, resistance training, dude, cardiovascular, skills enhancement, and then the research and the educational portion of it. Because if you're a real student of the art of war, art of fighting, it's not just about the physical aspects or the training. There's also a mental aspect. You have to know when to fight, when not to fight. That's the whole key. And that's the key to this video. So a lot of you guys come in here talking about, you thinking I'm putting on a false persona or a toughness persona. I don't care if these other YouTubers put a comment in the section. Nobody validates me. Every last one of them met me was like, man, you way scarier in person than you are on the fucking channel. Because I'm real about this shit, dude. There's a law of vibration, and we all vibrate at different levels. If you're a soft beta male bitch boy spineless motherfucker, you got a low vibration. And if you're a savage barbarian, what I mean by that, you live into the highest aspiration of being your best self, you vibrate at a higher level. When you walk into a room, people feel your vibration. When people meet you in person and they get close to you, they feel your vibe. When the cell soldier keyboard warrior is in front of me, dude, most of them piss their pants and shit themselves, dude. And they don't open their mouth. They can't even speak. Why? Because they're in the presence of something savage they never even imagined in their small, meek mind. Your small, wimpy, meek mind. Your small little bubble boy mind. So before you guys think I'm ratting, what does that have to do with the topic of today's video? In maximum security prison, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man love spot to show you you're not. What thing I know about maximum security prison, I want to share this with you guys. When you got guys come, I still get guys coming out here talking about, oh man, in Cali prisons, they don't play that. Put the name of the prison you've been in, bitch boy. Just because you was at Chino level 1 or soft boy level 2 or hang on to your mama minimum camp or you was kumbaya work camp, put the name of the prison, motherfucker. They do play that in California, and New Folsom, dude, Corcoran, bro, Pelican Bay, where else, man? Soledad, dude, Salinas Valley, and San Quentin, bro. I've been to them, and Tracy. They play that. Why? Man, they got cats in prison ain't never getting out. Let me tell you something about a lifer. A dude that's got double life, triple life, life without or the death penalty, dude. Like, he ain't never getting out. I ain't talking about lifers with a number 15 to L, 25 to L. Them dudes still got some civility in them. The dudes that got double life, triple life, natural life ain't never getting out. They can give a fuck about a gang member. They can give a fuck about your clique. They can give a fuck about your hood or your set. Why? If you're a soft motherfucker, they gonna take your cheeks. Now, if you got the gang, you in a protective type of a situation, then you can tell your homies, hey, Vato, hey, that Vato's trying to take my culo, Holmes. And then all the gang homies will come around and they'll tell the booty bandit, hey, my man, like, you can't just take dudes' cheeks like that, man. Now, if the lifer's on a mission where he wants a beautiful death, he ain't gonna listen. And there's some of them like that. But then if the lifer got some sense where he's like, okay, I'm just gonna catch a non-affiliated dude, or I'm gonna catch a loner dude, or I'm gonna catch a mixed dude like OG Silverback ain't got nobody to back him up. And he'll back up off of you like that. But the minute, man, you become a gang dropout dude, or you lose favor with the gang and they kick you out of the protective flock, dude, they taking your cheeks, bro. He's taking them. So on the one hand, they talking about inside of the gangs, man, they just don't allow other dudes to take your cheeks. But inside the gangs, man, you giving consensual love to the homies, so they do play it. The blacks play it, the whites play it, the Mexicans play it. I can't speak on Asians because in maximum security prison, dude, the Asians are such a small population. They very fierce. They stay to themselves, man. The only reason the Asians even talk to me because I was doing martial arts, man. Most Asians are smaller. They grew up doing martial arts. A lot of big black dudes, purple, Cro-Magnon type dudes like Zion Williams looking motherfuckers like that. David Robinson type. They don't believe in martial arts because they got physical ability. They ain't never had their ass whooped by smaller dudes. A lot of fucking Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon, fucking Yeti, the snow monster looking white dudes, Brock Lesnar looking dudes, they don't believe in martial arts because they, they just got the physical prowess. But a lot of Asian dudes grew up, they're smaller, dude. They know where to hit the vital parts, no matter how much muscle you go. So they see me practicing. I would do this thing called combat Tai Chi, which is like, Tai Chi is for old people in San Francisco. It's just a flow. And I would just go around the yard doing it. And then the inmates be like, hey man, why that motherfucker get to do martial arts and shit? Oh, that's part of his religion, he's a Buddhist. He's a Buddhist monk, and I'll be doing my rolls and falls very slow. If you have control of your body, you can do a full roll slowly and come up, man. Tai Chi is a very powerful thing. So the Asian dudes will be like, hey, how'd you get to do martial arts? Because they tell us we're not allowed. And then I told him, man, hey man, you got to figure out your own way to figure out how to work the system, man. I ain't your motherfucking savior. Hey, can I train with you? No, you can't train with me. I ain't here to help nobody, and I ain't here to educate nobody, motherfucker. And that's just how it was. I don't have nothing against Asian people, but I ain't siding with nobody because then the first time there's a problem, because Asian dudes was selling drugs too, man. They wasn't prostituting like homosexual activity, but they selling drugs and they gambling. But they was never cheating anybody. But let's say somebody owed them money, they handled their business. So I'm not going to be part of that trying to enforce a debt that's owed to them. So I just stuck to myself. So the point I'm making is I practice so much and I train so much the 5 pillars of savage beast mode living. I'm congruent with who I am, so I don't have to act tough or talk tough. I do these weapons, bro, because I like my weapons, man. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10 when I get done shooting my video, man, I practice some of my moves and strikes because I was telling my girlfriend, a motherfucker that buys a weapon and doesn't really practice with it and know how to use it, man, you's a stupid motherfucker because somebody like me will take it from you. So I like my weapons. This is how I live. You know what I'm saying? I like my taekwondo shirt. I like my skull chains. I like my tattoos. This is who I am. But in maximum security prison, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man-love spot to show you're not. This is what I want to share with you guys. In maximum security prison, as opposed to these other prisons where these youngsters come on here talking about, oh man, I've been to the pen and they don't roll like that, and only the blacks do that, no, the whites do that only, oh, hey, Holmes, only the Mayatis do that, hey, no, nobody, Cali don't play that, Texas don't play that, Louisiana don't play that, New York don't play that. Shut the fuck up. If nobody's playing it, why is 60% of dudes come out of maximum security prison, their buttholes bigger than it was when they went in? Why is that, dude? Let's be logical about it. I don't need to raise my voice, but what I'm saying is this, guys. I practice and train every day, and if you guys ever been doing a lot of body weight calisthenics and a lot of punches and kicks, like maybe you do 5,000 a day, I don't know what your number is. I'm just having a conversation. All I'm saying is when you're on a low-carb diet, dude, your countenance and demeanor is not of a friendly, happy, carb-eating, donut jelly-eating motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying, dude? You're not a Jolly Bean eating type of a happy snickerdoodle eating motherfucker drinking Mountain Dew and orange soda pop, dude. When you're on low carbs and you're doing these required exercises and strikes for fluidity, dude, and balance and flow, hey man, you have headaches and you're not in a good mood. So when you go out in public to go and get your vegetables and your salad and shit, your countenance, which is how you carry yourself, says to a motherfucker, hey man, I don't bother nobody. I ain't into your business, but don't fuck with me. So when you're in maximum security prison, I'm not here trying to tell you to act tough. I'm telling you my story about who I am. But if you're in maximum security prison, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man love spot to show you you're not. One thing I know for sure in maximum security prison is to band camp prison, hug onto your mama, prison, hug onto your mama's skirt, prison, all that. You will be tested, man. And see, this is what I thought. When I went into maximum security prison, I was 29 years old, had not yet turned 30. I'm in the prime of my motherfucking life. Been competing and training since I'm 5 years old. Other than the 6 months that I was on crack, I never did drugs, man. Never smoked. I'm in prime shape, taking steroids, growth hormone, animal pack, all kind of proteins and vitamins, decapitated liver, beef liver pills, animal protein. I'm a savage, right? Running every day, calisthenics, training in 7 different martial arts, man. In my mind, dude, I'm a fucking legend, right? Little did I know when I went into maximum security prison at 6'4", listen to me, dude, 6'4", 280 pounds, and I think I was like, I don't know, I want to exaggerate, I'm like 12% body fat. Like, dude, you know, I didn't have a six-pack, but my lats was big, my stomach went down, my legs flared. I was a huge motherfucker. When I walked down the street, little kids would cry and women would faint. It's a true story, man. I was like C.T. Fletcher describes. I was a concrete sidewalk cracking motherfucker, 6'4", 280 pounds. Little did I know they would test me, man. I figured like, a motherfucker, no, I ain't to be fucked with, but nah. In maximum security prison, man, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man love spot to show you're not. They would test me. The only difference between me and you, when you youngsters come on here projecting your softness, your weakness, your non-callous hands, you don't want to break a fingernail because you're too busy playing video games, first shooter video games all day where you become characters that you're not. You ain't never fucking chopped wood, motherfucker. You ain't never busted up concrete, dude. You ain't never did T-bar. You ain't never did construction. You never worked with the hands and the sweat of your brow and the power of your back. You ain't on my level, man. It's not disrespectful. I'm just you soft generation, so you come on here. Oh, gee, you ain't broke nobody off, and you ain't done that, and you ain't confronted no shot caller, man, and all this. Why am I still alive, man? Why am I still alive? My sphincter muscles is very, very tight. Why is that? I'm going to tell you why. Because even me, when I went into maximum security in prison and they tested me, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Those of you who've done construction, there's a thing called drywall. So drywall, you look at it like a fake wall. Like there's a serious concrete wall like this, where it's concrete through and through, and the drywall is just like some plaster put over to delineate rooms. Drywall, you can punch through it. Concrete, and still you can't. So when the motherfucking savage is testing me, because here's the thing in maximum security prison, you gotta understand, it's called the Jesse James syndrome. And this is in maximum security prison specifically. I haven't seen any other prisons. In maximum security prison, the alpha, I don't care if he's the biggest, tallest, cannibal, savage, barbarian, serial killer, predator, homosexual, stud, whatever you want to call him, the alpha apex predator, he runs the fucking yard. And normally he's the biggest, strongest dude. So, you know, when I say run the yard, I'm talking about for his people. Like there's an apex predator white dude, apex predator black dude, apex predator Mexican dude. And it's not a norteño, it's a Sereno. The Asians, nobody fucks with them because they on some serious shit, man, in the prisons I've been in. So they kind of do their own thing. But then on the prison yard, there's a power struggle between the blacks and the whites and the Mexicans. That's why there's so many riots and race riots and murders and hits. It's just a power struggle to control the drugs, man, and the homosexuality, the prostitution, and the gambling. It's a mess, dude. It's a power struggle. I'm talking about the apex predator, alpha male, whatever car it is. So for me, I look like a black dude until you research my last name, dude, and then you do it 23andMe and what's the other one called, man? Ancestry.com. You figure out 4 different races. But on the surface, I look like a light-skinned black dude. So first thing I hit the yard, they send a torpedo to me, and it's not a little torpedo because I'm a big dude. The apex predator sends like his lieutenant. He's the general, he sends lieutenant, but not his little private. He sends a lieutenant. Lieutenant's maybe about a 6'6" dude, like 250 pounds, swole, big ass knuckles, fucking orangutan fist. Hey, my man, where you from? Right? And this is me, man. I'm not playing tough and acting tough. Whatever you want to call it. You want to call it I'm well prepared, well trained, disciplined. Well prepared, I don't care, whatever you want to, however you want to label it. I say, hey, my man, check this out, man. Do you know me? I don't know you, and I don't want to get to know you, so I ain't here for no motherfucking questions, man. So don't ask me no more motherfucking questions. And anything come out of his mouth other than, my bad, dog, or excuse me, or whatever. Anything other than come out of his mouth, let me tell you a secret, man. I try to teach you youngsters that don't know nothing about kinesiology, physiology, biology. Your cranium, dude, is the 5 pieces, man. Your cranium came together. There's a split on top from when you was a baby, when your head closed up, dude. Then you got your TMJ, you got your mandible right there, dude. And then you got the back of your skull where it connects to your spine, bro. Hey, man, when the dude, if anything come out of his mouth other than, my bad, dog, excuse me. When he opens his mouth, bro, while his mouth is open, look at this, guys. Relax your mouth, like, look. It's just tissue holds there. It's called a TMJ. I forget the medical name. Hey, man, when his jaw is open, bro, you take your right fist or your left fist, and this is the Bruce Lee one punch, except you turn your whole body into it, bro. The power of your punch comes from actually from your hips, dude. It's generated from your feet to your hips to your shoulders. It's not your arm. The force comes out, and you turn to the side with all your might. Why? You want to take his TMJ, his mandible, whatever you want to call it, and split it to the other side of his face. Like there's a movie I recommend you youngsters watch, you motherfuckers that don't like history and shit, man. Watch this movie called Exorcist, the original Exorcist, where the little fucking bitch turns her head all the way around. You knock his TMJ all the way to the other side of his mouth. I ain't never seen a motherfucker, whether it's a fucking blue, black, purple, Neanderthal dude, or a pale white, blue, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Cro-Magnon, Brock Lesnar looking motherfucker, or a big-ass Chicano, Vato, looking like Dave Bautista, a big old swole Mexican dude, 6'6" Mexican dude. When you crack him, man, you crack him on the side this way. Turn your body. This is, I'm giving you tips. You guys talk about never give you game. Games to be sold, not told. But I want you to understand this story, man. When you well prepared, you well trained, you well studied. You study the art of war, the art of combat, and the science of fighting. Man, you knock it with all your fucking might, like you trying to knock a home run. And when that motherfucker's mandible turns this way, and purple blood squirts out, dude. Let me tell you something. When large volumes of blood first comes out, bro, it looks black or purple until the oxygen hits it. Then the oxygenation makes it turn red. But when it first comes out in lumps, squirting out, it's purple and it's black. When his head turns that way, dude, you immediately follow up with an elbow to the fucking TMJ. Bam! And then when he goes down, you stomp him in his fucking cranium, dude, until the guards say, man down, man down. Everybody hit the deck. And they start shooting. Then you lay down away from dude, like you're trying to get away from dude, man, so they don't associate you with the motherfucking fight. If the guards didn't see it, you lay away from dude. 9 times out of 10, they know you did it. So now, the alpha male predator of that race knows, like, okay, this is motherfuckers or some motherfucking body. Then they do their research. This is what you understand, guys. Correctional officers on the payroll. Guys coming here talking about the clerks are not inmates. You ain't been nowhere, dude. You've been a minimum security band camp hanging on to your mama's dress camp. In maximum security prison, the guards is lazy. The COs is just there to get a paycheck, dude. They don't give a fuck if you kill each other, butt fuck each other. If they're not on your payroll, bringing you in drugs and weapons and cell phones and letting you suck them off, hey, bro, they just trying to go home to their wife, man. So they don't want to do the paperwork. All the clerks is inmates. So then they put the word out, hey, man, where that motherfucker from? They hit the clerks. They get your fucking file, bro. People telling you, oh, man, you got to hoop your paperwork. They ain't been to maximum security prison. Maybe that's at level 1, level 2. Skip them and do my darling Snuffleupagus camp. You know, Barney Purple Boy camp. In maximum security prison, you got some serious motherfuckers. Son of Sam, and what was the other dude I met? The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, Charles Manson. Who else did I see in there? Tookie Williams, bro. The list goes on and on. They got motherfuckers make Silence of the Lamb look like Charlie Brown. The warden and the administration need to know who the fuck's coming to their prison. So then they check your paperwork. Hey, man, check dude's paperwork. Oh, man, he's ex-military combat vet on psych meds. He got psychological issues, man. He's a fucking JCAT. He's anti-gang. And this motherfucker got years of martial arts experience. He's a savage. So then they put you in the hole, dude. Everybody on the yard know like this, man, because your reputation precedes you. Hey, man, this motherfucker is from up north. He was a big-time drug dealer. He smoked some fools, tortured some fools, kidnapped some fools, peeled their skin off their face. I don't want to go into all this because you motherfuckers going to turn me in to the local authorities. The shit I did, I'm not proud of it, man. I was demonically possessed. I still think I need an exorcism. So I wasn't acting tough, motherfucker. This is my congruency. The very fiber of who I am. The very essence down to the cellular level. So whenever they tested me, dude, I ain't here to play. I ain't here to answer no questions to your quiz, your test, whether it's a final exam. Fuck you, man. I'm graduating, man, with your motherfucking face ripped off, man. So before I leave this video, man, I want to get to the final point of this video. I want to recap it. Maximum security prison. If you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man love spot to show you you're not. You know how many big, strong, swole motherfuckers I seen in prison? And when they got tested, they folded up because they walking around like, yeah, man, I'm swole, man. I'll knock a motherfucker out. I seen dudes gambling and shit. Yeah, if a motherfucker cheat on me, man, it's his life. The ones who talk all that shit, like you keyboard warriors in your comments, see, this is how I know you soft. You a soft baby boy. You a soft baby boy. Let me help you guys out. Watch Game of Thrones Season 1, Episode 4. When Jon Snow goes to the wall to become a soldier of the black. These are the guys that man the wall. And the head dude, there's this fat dude that comes on there, Tarly. And Jon Snow likes him, he protects him, so the head dude tells him, You want to protect this boy? How many winters have you seen? Well, I'm here to tell you, I did a 10-year winter. And when the snow comes and we had to eat the horses, and then our men start falling, we had to eat our men. You motherfuckers as boys, you won't survive the winter. When I'm telling you, cell soldier, you keyboard warrior, cell soldiers, stop with your comments because you're projecting forward into the universe, your wimpiness. When you come on my channel, get on your knees and bow down to the savagery that I was created and born this way, man. I was trained this way, bred this way. Something's wrong with me. I'm not telling you to be like me, but stop with your comments because you ain't never met a motherfucker at my level of savagery. And I'm going to be honest with you, cat, out there in YouTube land. It's like the DA told me when my ex-wife filed false domestic charges on me and they locked me up for a year in the county jail and I was breaking youngsters off. Breaking them off. They fly into the air like Superman and shit. They ain't never seen an OG fuck them off like that. And I'm in my 50s. This is what the DA told me. Listen to this, guys. I don't know how they let you out. A person like you, you're a dangerous person, a menace to society. But I will stake my very job and reputation. Now that we got you back in the system, you will never see daylight because you are a threat to society. Something is wrong with you. You're a monster. This is what the DA told me because they looked at my rap sheet, dude. The same rap sheet your boy Big Hurt saw and your boy Not Dirty, what's his fucking name? Nate Dogg 916. I'm sure he showed Dirty Weather. And your boy Crazy Nick, so he's like you, man. He's a cell soldier, keyboard warrior. I'm sure they shared my paperwork with him. He got the nerve to dox me and make up some phony shit like I'm selling false real estate and I'm doing phony mortgages and shit. I don't know how the fuck he made up them. I mean, you can do anything with Photoshop, but he reminds me of you youngsters, man. You act tough behind the keyboard. You're a cell soldier. You can talk all this shit. You can talk shit with your mouth. You're writing a check that your body can't cash because you're soft. Once I punch you in your face one time, you'll find the Lord. You ain't never been hit before. Your mamas don't hit you, your grandmamas don't hit you, so you don't know pain. And when I punch you in your motherfucking face so hard that you lose your motherfucking breath, Michael the Russian Jew dude will tell you, man, some square dudes is sorry, they fucking savages. Look at this dude named Dan Pena. You guys think because you're sagging your poopy pants and you, yeah, cuz, yeah, blood, yeah, Fato, hey, home, yeah, brother, hey, Aryan brother, hey, I'm part of the skinheads, brother, I shaved my head, brother, I'm tough, brother. Let me leave you with this, guys. In maximum security prison, if you act tough when you're not, real savages will ravage your man love spot to show you're not. Everybody in maximum security prison gets tested, man. Even when you're in a gang, they test you. Everybody tests you. Why? They need real soldiers. Not these fucking wannabe, it's called a facade. When you go to Hollywood and you see these movie sets, some of them, you see this house, guys, this is the front, but when you go on the side, it's a facsimile with a cardboard box being held up. I'm telling you. Everybody in maximum security prison gets tested, man. So if you just act like a normal cat when they test you, you'll be congruent like you're just a normal cat, dude. When I try to tell you if you're soft, I'm trying to tell you to toughen up. And the only way you can toughen up is to become battle tested. And the only way you can do that is when somebody aggresses upon you, man, and you feel that little, you know, they say women have this women's intuition. We all have it, man. It's your survival instinct. When somebody puts you in a precarious situation, you get these butterflies in your stomach, like, you know, your spidey senses when you do it. Even if you're a wimpy dude, man, I'm gonna give you a go-to move that you should do, man. The first thing you want to do, man, is say, hey, man, you know, I feel like you're threatening me, you're aggressing upon me. And then what you want to do, man, is you want to go to poke him in his eyes, and since you're a soft little bitch boy, you don't have intention and intent and aggression, he's going to move his head back, which is what you want. And here's why, guys. Let me give you this last tip before I go. The front part of your cranium is the hardest part. That's why when you fight the dude and he's a boxer and he ducks his chin, you're going to break your hand. So when you go to poke a dude's eyes out, his hands is going to push yours down, and his head's going to go back because nobody wants their eyes poked out. And you take every ounce of strength in your body, and you take your frontal lobe, and you bust him right here, this area. If you're lucky, you're gonna knock his motherfucking teeth out, dude. And once you knock his motherfucking teeth out, he's gonna go, what the fuck? And you do the front thrust kick that I taught you, not a front snap kick, a front thrust kick. What's the difference? You lift your knee high, put your body weight behind it, and drive through him, bro. Drive through him. Like you're trying to go through a wall. Drive through him. When he hits the ground, just start stomping him like you're doing that Mexican hat dance. Like he's a hot tamale. So if you guys like the realness and the rawness of understanding what's really going on in maximum security prison, you got to be congruent, man. Thumbs up the video. And if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. Hit the notification all button, man. And if you're a subscriber, subscribe again, because YouTube's been unsubscribing people. And most importantly, man, leave a comment. Let me know, man, how you feel about what happens in maximum security prison when you act tough or you're not. But until next time, OG Silverback out.